Hello students, today we will discuss about course curriculum of manufacturing system. Subject code of this subject is 3361904. Students, those who are studying in 6th semester diploma mechanical engineering, they are going to study this subject. So first of all, what are the outcome of this course? The first one is explain role of computers and information technology in manufacturing systems. What are the roles of computers and information technology in any manufacturing system in industries? That is, you are going to study in this subject. Develop an FMS layout for given simple part family. If a part family is given to you, so how to develop FMS layout, that you are going to study in this subject. Recognize use of robotics, programmable logic controls, microcontrollers and recent advances in the field of manufacturing. What is the use of robots? What are the use of programmable logic controls? What are the use of microcontrollers? What are the recent trends in manufacturing that you are going to study in this subject? Now, what is the teaching scheme of this subject? So, total 3 lecture per week, 2 hours of laboratory session, that means 1 lab per week. Total credit of this subject is 5. Now, what is the marks? What are the marks of this subject? 70 marks of university examination, 30 marks of your mid semester, and your internal marks are 20 plus 30, 20 of ESE. ESE means end semester examination, and PA means progressive assessment, that is 30 marks. So total marks of this subject is 150. Now we will discuss detailed course of this subject. Total there are 6 chapters in this subject. First chapter is introduction. So what are the topics of this chapter? First one is evolution of transformation and manufacturing system. What is the evolution? Then manufacturing system, definition of manufacturing system, concept of manufacturing system. Then second topic is need of attitude, knowledge and skill required for application of manufacturing system. So what kind of attitude of any worker, what kind of knowledge and skill is required to apply manufacturing system in industry, that you are going to learn in this topic. Then need for system approach. What is the need of system approach? Then role of computers and information technology in manufacturing and manufacturing system. What are the roles of computers and information technology in manufacturing system, that you are going to learn in this topic. Then what is product life cycle and what are the importance of product life cycle, that you are going to study in this topic. Then about technology life cycle. Then scope, importance and challenges in Indian context to manufacture products at international competitive price with better quality and innovation. So in this topic, what you are going to study? So what is the scope, importance and challenge for Indian market to sustain with international competitors? Okay, so these topics you are going to study in chapter number 1, introduction. Now chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 is group technology, GT, cellular and cellular layout. So what are the topics of this chapter? First topic is GT, the concept of GT, definition, need, scope and benefits. In first topic, what you are going to learn? What is the concept of GT? definition of GT, then need, scope and benefits of GT. This is the first topic of this chapter, chapter number 2. Then after second topic is production layout, in which types, features and application you are going to study. Okay, then after GT layout, in which concept, need, benefits, comparison with conventional layouts with example. In GT layout, what you are going to study? Concept of GT layouts, need, benefits and comparison with other layout, with conventional layout, that you are going to study with example. Okay, then after in GT you are going to study codification system. Then after, what are the types of coding system, methods of coding and examples. In this topic, in group technology, different type of coding system is used. So in this topic you are going to learn how to code a part family, what are the different types of coding, okay, with example. So all this you are going to study in this topic. Then next topic is part features, in which concept, types and example. In part features, what you are going to study? Concept of part features, types and example of part features. Then next topic is part family. In part family, what you are going to study? Concept, method to form and approach to form cell using part family. So in this you are going to study concept of part family, methods to form and approach to form cell using part family. So how to develop a cell design using part families, that you are going to study in this topic. How to generate any cell design using part families. Okay, so this topic you are going to study in this topic. What is the next topic? Next topic is types and comparison of cells. In this, manual and automatic cell, assembly cell. So there are different type of cell in any product layouts. Okay, so what are the types of cell and comparison of cell, that you are going to learn. There are various kind of cell like manual and automatic cell and assembly cell. So all these three kind of cell you are going to learn in this topic. And the last topic of this chapter is steps of cell design and cell layout. So how to generate cell, steps of cell design and what is cell layout, that you are going to learn in this chapter. So these are the topics of chapter number 2. Now chapter number 3 is flexible manufacturing system. Okay, in which first topic is flexible manufacturing system. Short form of flexible manufacturing system is FMS, in which what you are going to learn? Concept of FMS, definition and comparison with other manufacturing system. Then second topic is major elements of FMS and their functioning. What are the major element of FMS? What are their function? All these you are going to study in this topic. So what are the major elements of FMS? That are tool handling system, material handling system, automated guided vehicle, automated storage and retrieval system, that is ASRS, and mainframe computers. So these are the main elements of FMS, and you are going to learn all these elements and how they work, that you are going to learn. Then third topic is FMS layout, in which concept, types and application. Then fourth topic is data required developing an FMS layout. So for develop a FMS layout, what are the data required, that you are going to learn in this topic. Then signal flow diagram and line balancing in FMS. Then sixth topic is FMS layout illustration. So these are the topics of chapter number 3. In chapter number 4 is robotics. In chapter number 4, first topic is robots, in which concept, definition, benefits and various areas of application in manufacturing system. So what is the concept of robots that you are going to study? Definition of robots, then after benefits and various areas of application. What are the application of robots in manufacturing system that you are going to study? Then terminology used in robotics. What are the terminology of robots that you are going to study? Then after robots, in which types, physical configuration, classification and selection criteria. In this topic, what you are going to learn? Types of robots, what is the physical configuration of robots and different type of robots, that means classification of robots, and selection criteria. What are the selection criteria for a robot that you are going to study in this topic. Then next topic is axis nomenclature. Then after types and uses of manipulators and grippers. What are the types of manipulators and grippers, and what are the uses of manipulators and grippers in robots that you are going to study in this topic. Then next topic is sensor. This topic is important. In this topic, types, classification, working principle and application of position, force and torque proximity, vision, velocity and acceleration. Okay, so this is given that position, force and torque, proximity, vision, velocity and acceleration. So all these contains the types of sensors. Okay, so what you are going to study in this topic? Different types of sensors, classification, how sensors works, their working principle, application, all these you are going to study in this topic. Then overview of robot programming, methods and language. So just you are going to study an overview of robot programming and different languages used in robot programming. So that you are going to study in chapter number 4. So all these are the topics of chapter number 4, and all these topics you are going to study in this chapter. Now chapter number 5 is programmable logic controllers, that is PLC, and microcontrollers, that is MC. In this chapter, what you are going to study? The first topic of this chapter is role of control system in instrumentation, open and closed loop control system, types and block diagram. Next topic is thermomechanism in regulators with suitable examples. Next topic is basic control action, in which what you are going to study? On-off proportional, derivative, integral control, proportional derivative, PD, proportional integral, PI, P proportional integral, and derivative PID control. So all these topics you are going to study. Basic digital gates, in which what you are going to learn? That is symbol, operation, truth table and examples of and, or, not, NAND, not, XOR, XNOR gates. So this is given that and, or, not, NAND, NOR, XOR, XNOR. What is this? So these are the different types of gates, and in this topic you are going to learn about all these gates. What are the symbols of this gate? Then after truth table for this gate. So all this you are going to learn in this topic. Then next topic is PLC. In this you are going to learn concept of PLC, general constructional features, types of diagram, working and major application in manufacturing system. What is the general construction features for PLC, types of diagrams, working and major application in manufacturing system. So all this you are going to study in this topic. Then use of SCADA. What is the use of SCADA? The full form of SCADA is supervisory control and data acquisition. Okay. In PLC design. In PLC design, what is the use of SCADA that you are going to study in this topic? The next topic is microcontrollers, in which introduction, hardware components, selection of microcontrollers and embedded controllers and application of microcontrollers. So all these are the topics of chapter number 5, and all these you are going to study in chapter number 5. Now last chapter number 6, that is recent trends. In recent trends, what are the topics? First topic is computer aided process planning. The short form of computer aided process planning is CAPP, in which concept of CAPP, types of CAPP, features, methods and importance. So all these concept, types, features, methods and importance of CAPP you are going to study in this topic. Then next topic is computer integrated manufacturing, that is CIM. In CIM, what you are going to learn? That is need of SIM, block diagram of SIM, functional areas covered and their importance. Then next topic is protocols in SIM, their features, functions and application. Next topic is computer aided inspection. This topic is also important. In CAI, what you are going to study? Concept of CAI, benefit, types, working and examples of CAI. Then after, important topic is coordinate measuring machine. This is very important. In university, question of 7 marks is going to ask. So this is very important topic for this chapter. What is the working of CMM and application of CMM that you are going to study in this topic? The next topic is rapid prototyping. In rapid prototyping, working principles, methods, applications and limitations, rapid tooling. Then after, techniques for rapid prototyping. Then next topic is artificial intelligence, in which concept, definition and application areas, neural network. In neural network, working, principle, application and limitation. So these are the topics. In next topic is lean manufacturing, in which you are going to study concept, sources of waste, benefits and application. And next topic is FOF, that is factory of future. So all these are the topics of chapter number 6, and all these you are going to learn in this chapter. So there are total 6 chapters in this subject, and I have explained all the detailed topics of this subject. Now we will discuss the marks. First chapter carries 6 marks for university examination. Second chapter carries 12 marks for university examination. Third chapter carries 12 marks. Fourth chapter carries 15 marks. Fifth chapter carries 15 marks, and sixth chapter carries 10 marks. So there are no examples in this subject. This subject contains totally theory. So and this subject is very easy. So it's very easy to pass this subject. In next lecture, we will discuss the practical and what are the exercises you have to do. What is the file work? What you have to write for submitting the file. All we discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.